the template. I want to go ahead and actually like create it. Okay, so now we're live on YouTube and everything. Let me go ahead and turn my video on for a second. So like I said, last week we did the refrigerator magnet, and I did the refrigerator magnet in the shape of a t-shirt. And so I got some questions in my inbox about how do I change it to something else. And because when I posted in the group about, hey, we can change, you can get creative, do a save the date, do a wedding announcement, do a invitation. I got some questions about, okay, well, how do I do that? So I wanted to actually go through the process of, because what I gave y'all was the t-shirt shaped one, but you all can get as creative as you want to. Like for me, I would say like you could even do like a graduation announcement in the shape of a graduation hat, things like that. So what I wanted to do tonight is actually go through my process of creating a template, picking out graphics and all of that, and showing you all how basically to remix the refrigerator magnet into something else, a different shape, a different item, other than just what like repurpose it. Okay, so I'm actually gonna share my screen tonight, and I'm gonna go through creating this actual graphic from scratch for you all and how I do that. Okay, so let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. And at the end of tonight, I will go ahead and show y'all what I've created. I'm just going ahead and recreate this. Where's my screen? Screen 2. Okay, so I created a bear-shaped baby shower invite. Okay, so at the end of tonight, after I do this is not like a template that I had any intention on like putting on the academy. If you all want me to put something like this on, okay, y'all can tell me at the end of class tonight. But what I have planned on doing is at the end of class, we're gonna do the spin the names, and everyone who is in the Zoom room tonight will be on the wheel of names, and I will give y'all, whoever it lands on, you will get the template that I create tonight for free. Okay, so like I said, I wasn't planning on putting this out there, but I'm gonna show you all how you can make it yourself. Okay, so what I do is because I know that I'm gonna do a print then cut feature in Cricut, I make my artboard. I'm gonna start out with a 6.75 by 9.25 inches board. That's going to be my base, because that's basically, I know they say you can cut larger in Cricut and stuff now, but that was the standard before, and so that's the one I go with. So, and that's pretty big for doing like an invitation or something. So I'm going to go ahead and create that board. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is, once you decide which silhouette you want to go with. So for this one that I did the bear shape. Okay, so what I do for that is I just go on Google and I type in teddy bear. Let's see, it comes up right there. That's what I typed in, teddy bear silhouette. Okay, and that's what you want to find, is a silhouette image for the shape of whatever you want to do. So I chose this one right here. And when you're looking at these images, you can, you can filter it to a big, to where it says large on there. But when I looked at this one, this was 1886 by 2500. So I knew it was going to be a good size and I wouldn't have to like blow it up for my image. So we could do that one. And that went to the Pinterest. I clicked on it a minute to do that. Or since I already did the teddy bear, then what I decide I'm going to do is I'm going to get a onesie silhouette. Okay. And here's one right here. Okay. It's not as big as the other one, but it will do because we're just using it as a base. Okay. So I'm going to right click on this and open this image in a new tab. And then I'm going to right click and save this image. I'll save it. I already saved it. I'm going to save it as onesie. Okay. So now I am going to go to remove BG. And I am going to remove the background on this onesie. And I'm going to download that. I'm also going to show you all how to take one of our templates and take our template over to this. This one I'm going to create from graphics and images that are on that I'm going to pull off of Creative Fabrica. But then I'm going to show you how to take one of the templates and transfer it to the silhouette and put that in the shape of, an invitation or announcement or whatever you want to do. So I remove the background. And now I'm going to go to my new artboard that I created. And I'm going to place file, place embedded, and I'm going to replace my remove background onesie here. Okay. And then I'm going to resize this just about as big as this artboard here. Okay. So I don't want to make it completely like that, completely the size of the artboard. I'm going to just give some room around the outside. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because I want to put 2 strokes on this, on the silhouette. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put a color overlay on it to turn it white. Okay. And then after I put that color overlay on there, I want to put a stroke on there. Okay. Now it's coming up with the blue because that's the last color that I use. And when I go to stroke, I have that at a 15 and on the outside of the image. Okay. So then I want to add a second stroke. And you see it's already doing it because I already did these settings just now. But what I recommend is whatever the inside stroke is, you multiply that times 3. So since I did a 15, I'm going to do a 45 now for this stroke. And now that has my image. And the reason you want that and then I'm going to decrease this just a little bit because I don't want to hang it off on my artboard. And it was off when the strokes came on there, it was off my artboard just a little bit. So you want to have that like the little white stroke around there because when you take it into Cricut or Silhouette or whatever to cut it, you want to have the little like the outline so that it cuts around there and it's not right on the image. Okay. So that's why I do the strokes like that. I put the 2 strokes on there. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and how about, let's see, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead since I did For this one, I did the little boy shaped stuff. I'm gonna find some girl clip art to do for this next one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Creative Fabrica. And if any of you all are not familiar with Creative Fabrica, it is one of my favorite places to go and get clip art and any type of like graphic elements. It's amazing for finding fonts. One of the things that is the hardest thing for me to do when I'm designing is to decide what doggone fonts I want to use for my design. And Creative Fabrica, if you go up here and type in font duos, you can go through here. Let's see, maybe I need to not put the S on it, the font duo. Okay, and basically, if you can scroll through here and it already puts, you can download fonts that have the duos. It'll have both of the like the when you want to do the combo of the cursive and the print, and you're like, okay, well, which ones kind of go together? You can go through here. So when you look at here, like this will have this chunky, it's an indigo font duo. It has this chunky indigo, and then it'll have this smaller where it says a chunky font duo. It'll have that smaller type font that they go together, they match. So and as you can see, when you put in font duo, this how many results come up. So it's a ton of them. Okay, and that's what I like to do, is just scroll through these until I find one that I like, and then I'll download it and use it. If you're not familiar with Creative Fabrica, like I said, there's fonts, there's graphics, there's all kind of things that you can find on Creative Fabrica. If you're trying to make a quick tumbler and you don't have time to do a design, but you have something in mind, you could go in there and like if it was Valentine's Day, you could put Valentine's Day tumbler, and it'll be some that come up that are already done. So you pay one monthly subscription, or in my case, I pay by the year. And what Creative Fabrica did is they started offering like they offered this first thing to pay for the year, and then it was like $7.99 a month, and you pay all of those up front. So I did that, and then it was like, oh, if you want a second year, you could just pay $4.99 a month or $5.99 a month or something like that. So then I paid for the second year. So I don't pay for Creative Fabrica up through like 2-3 years, because I know I'm gonna be using it. So what I'm gonna do now is I already kind of know the fonts that I'm gonna use, because I'm gonna keep it the same as the fonts that I use here. Okay. But I'm gonna get some different art. So what I did was searched up watercolor baby shower elements. That's the first thing that I searched up. Okay, and you get all of these cute little baby shower graphics in the watercolor style. Okay, so let's see. For some elements, I think I like this one, because that's the one I use for the boy. So I'm gonna download this one, because I like the girl and the bottle and the binky and all of that. I like those little different elements and the stars. And then I'm gonna do watercolor teddy bear baby shower. Okay, and this is the one that I used for the other one that I did. Now I want to kind of find more of a girl. I see a lot of, oh, that's cute. But where my girls at? I don't like them. They not cute teddy bears to me. Let me put girl up here. Watercolor girl teddy bear. So, see what I can get with that. I got some individual little girls. What's up with that? They don't have the girls? I ain't really feeling this, but it's more images in that than these other little packs. So that's kind of cute, but I wanted pink. Let's see. Let me not put baby Shawn. Let's need watercolor pink, watercolor teddy bears. Give me the same stuff. Oh, they're kind of cute. Here's one. I might have to mix and match. Oh, here's some right here. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, so I found my little girl teddy bear, and I'm gonna use her. Okay, so I got to extract these. Extract home. Those are the ones that is downloaded. Yeah. Oh, it's coming up over here on my other screen. I'm like, where is the thing? And then I'm gonna extract this one as well. And y'all feel free to ask any questions if y'all have any questions while I'm doing this. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do on my little onesie is, now I'm gonna show y'all, I could just copy this stuff and carry it over, but since I'm doing this from scratch so y'all can see how I do it, I'm gonna just do the text and all of that again. So I say we can, and then because I want to change the font for the barely, I'm gonna put the we can, and then I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna do Alt. I'm gonna hold the Alt and Shift down. Go back to my mode tool. I'm gonna do Alt and Shift. That's gonna keep it on the same line. It's gonna keep it lined up together. Okay. And then I'm gonna change that we can to barely. And I'm gonna move that over. And then I'm gonna Alt, Shift, duplicate we can again. And wait. Okay. Then all of those should be together, but I'm gonna shrink those down together so that they're all the same size. I'll select all of that together and do Control T, and I'm gonna shrink that down just a bit. Okay, and for the weekend and the barely, I'm gonna change that to the regular so that it's not the barely, not the barely. Well, yeah, I could do the barely too, and the weight. Let me change that to regular. And then on the barely, I'm gonna change that to a script font, and I use the Amerta font for the script. Okay. And then I'm gonna just kind of put that together, make it look like one cohesive sentence. And I'm gonna select all of that. I'm gonna group it by Control G. Now it's all together in one folder, so I can move it all together. Okay. Then I am going to do, let's see, hold on 1 second. Then I'm gonna duplicate the we can, and I'm gonna bring that down a line. And let's bring that outside of this group. Make it all the way out. There. Okay. And then I'm gonna say join. I want this to be in caps. Join us for a baby shower. And now I want to resize this, and it's going to be a little bit smaller. Oop. Join us for a baby shower. Honoring, oops, not in all my caps. Honoring. And then I'm going to duplicate barely because I want to use this cursive font. I'm going to bring that down here. And I'm going to say, I use the name Danielle. Oops, and now I got my caps lock on. Yeah. Awesome. And then I want this to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make that big. And centered. Okay. Now, in order for me to make sure all of those are centered, I can just, Danielle's on the inside. Let me move that on the outside here. I'm going to select that group. I'm gonna hold my control key down. I'm gonna select join us for a baby shower and Danielle. And I'm gonna make sure that all of those are centered. Okay. And then the next thing I need to do is put my date, my day, date, and time. But I had some little lines here. As you can see, let's see right here. I had some lines here. So I'm going to show y'all how you do that, just in case you've never played with your line tool on Photoshop. I'm going to grab my line tool here, which is maybe you it may be on the rectangle or the circle if you've done one of those, but the line tool is right here. Okay. And I'm gonna just draw a line. And once I draw that one line, I'm making sure that over here in my properties that it is at a 90-degree angle, because I want it to be straight, and that's going to keep it straight. I'm going to go ahead and I have the swatch here. This is the brown color. So I'm going to make it the brown. And that has the feel is brown. And I also want the stroke to be brown as well, because then that kind of makes it darker and you can see it better. As soon as I get off of this layer, you'll be able to see it. What I want to do is get on my move tool. Now, right now it's on a 1 pixel. So if you've never drawn a line using the line tool in Photoshop, this one, it actually allows you to change the style of the line. So right now I have it as a solid line, but this is how you make a dashed line or a dotted line. Okay, so you use the line and then you come over here and you can change the style of the line. Okay. And now, but what I want to do right now is I want to change the thickness of my line. So right now it's on 1 pixel, and I want to take that up to about, probably 10 is too much. I'm gonna probably take it to a 7. That's a good width for the effect that I'm trying to do right now. So I'm going to hold my shift key because I kind of want it in the same area. And I'm going to move it over. I want it there. And now I'm going to do Alt Shift. And I'm going to bring another, this is duplicating that line. And so that I have 2 lines right here. And they're lined up with each other because I did the Alt and Shift key together. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to do my date. So I'm going to duplicate from this text. I'm going to do Alt and drag this here. And then I'm going to say Sunday. And I did that. And another way you could do that, if you typed in all lowercase and you want it to be all caps like I do, is that you could just click the TT over here, and that'll make it all caps for you. Okay. I do want this to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to increase the size on here. And move that over kind of to the middle of there. And I hit the TT here, but I'm going to hit this bold T, and that's going to make my text bold because that's what I want it to be. And then I'm going to do Alt and Shift on the Sunday. I'm going to bring that straight over. And I'm going to do 1P to 3P. Maddie Hush. Y'all, I got this grandpuppy of mine, and that I told her mama she was evicted and not able to come over here, but here she is because I'm a sucker. And so here I'm gonna put on this top one, I'm gonna put August. And down here, I'm going to change this to 2023. And then I'm going to make one more. Girl, I love the grand dog she was here for 6 months. On a can you watch her for 2 days type deal. Oh, but the 13th, since I'm talking about my daughter, and that is her birthday, I'm gonna just increase that 13 and make it kind of the focal point. Then I want to select August through, and I want to center these things together. Okay. Yeah, that's why when I evicted her, I told her, she couldn't come back. So then she called and was like, "Oh, can she come over here just 3 days?" 3 days expired on Monday. Okay. Like I say, a sucker. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this here. This is just me because I'm, need my formatting and stuff to be a certain way. I want to click on Danielle, bring her name up here. And I want my August, I want it to look like August 13, 2023. I want it to look like Sunday, August 2, and then my lines. So now I'm going to select this top line and I'm going to select all the way down to both of my lines. Now I'm going to group those together. I'm going to name that group date and time. And now I can move that as one group. Okay. So I can move all of that up a little bit since I know I'm gonna need a little bit of more room down here at the bottom. Let's see. Now, this is the longest part, is doing all the text. So then I want to put the place. Where is it? Where's this gonna be at? So now I'm gonna go back to my join us for baby shower honoring, and I'm gonna do Alt and Shift again, so it can come straight down without veering to the left or right. And then I'm gonna put baby shower location and 1, 2, 3, 4. Your street, anytown, USA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want that to be in all caps, so I'm gonna hit the double T on there to change that to all caps. And then we're gonna do a Alt and Shift one more time. Actually, 2 more times. This one I'm gonna bold, and I'm gonna put please RSVP and Brenda 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And I'm gonna put the baby shower. I'm gonna do that Alt Shift. And I'm gonna put registered at Target and Amazon. So that's all the pertinent information, correct? So that's all our text. And I'm gonna group all the text together. Let's say invite text. And then I can move that all together. Okay, so now I want to start bringing in some of my clip art that I downloaded. Let's see. I'm going to my folder on my other screen. Let's see, we got this little one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my color picker tool and I'm going to grab maybe, I don't know about that darker pink. Let's see about this one. No, I think that one. And I'm going to change the stroke on here from that blue to my pink. Okay. And then I'm going to get the, let's see, is this brown? Yeah. Okay. So I can do this one of two ways. I can select what I want to be brown since I did all of my little text different. And I grouped my text together, but what I can do is I can grab my, let's see, barely. I'm gonna do the solid color, and I won't need it to be the brown. And this is creating a smart color, you guys. And I created that color layer, and I'm gonna say convert it to smart object. Okay. And I'm going to clip that down to the word barely. And then I have Danielle down here. And what I want to do is I'll click and drag this to Danielle and create a clipping mask. And now Danielle is that color as well. And then for my date and time, I want my 13 to be that brown. And create the clipping mask. And now all of those are that color. And all I have to do is change that color one time, and all of those will change to whatever color you want it to be. Okay. Now I'm going to just get a couple little more elements because, you know, this is good and plain. And I'm going to, let's see. That ain't it. Where my other little people at? Baby shower, cute. Let me see, baby shower, watercolor? I might not have, I thought I did. I thought I extracted it. And I did. Okay. I just got it over here on this other screen. So I'm going to, I'm going to do the stars because I like these. Let me put that right there. I'm going to turn it a little bit. And then I'm going to Alt and put another little star. I'm going to make that one a little bit smaller. Okay. And I like the little, where is it? Uh-oh. And let me get this one and put this down here. Just kind of filling in some of this little space. A little cloud. Leave that to be down there. I'm gonna put a little binky on here. I'm gonna hold Alt and Shift. Okay, so that's completed. And now all you have to do is save as. And I'm gonna say on my computer, desktop, craft of a cache, wait, onesie, shaped invitation. Okay, and then all you have to do is do a quick export as PNG. Okay, that is a PNG, and then it's ready to take into the Cricut or Silhouette, which we did last week. So if you need a demo on how to actually take this in and make this into a magnet, you could take that in and make it into a magnet. You also can have these cut. You can actually have these printed and do print and cut for actual printed invitations and things like that. So you have a couple of options, but this is how you go about getting a shape and then bring it in and putting all the elements on there that you want and creating your own template from scratch of anything, because you could change this from baby shower. Like I said, I definitely plan on bringing in like a graduation hat and doing the shape of a graduation hat for a graduation invitation and our magnet. I think after doing some research on Etsy, these are good selling items. The ones that look like for the baby showers, save the date, the ones that look like event tickets, those are selling really well too. So I did a little research just to see how they're doing, and from my research on Etsy, those are selling pretty well. Okay, so now what I want to do is show you how you can, because we had this we have a template 213. Okay, we have this template that when Shanon did this template, it has both elements of graduation are in here, and then it had like the little baby. Okay, so it had the baby in here too. So now what I want to do is actually show you how you can take one of the templates so that you'll have all of the template effects, the smart colors, the text effects and things like that, to be able to take this over and do this on a, just like I showed you to on the onesie. Okay, so y'all want me to, what y'all want me to do? I want to see if y'all still awake and in here in the Zoom room. Y'all ain't had no questions or nothing. So what y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to do the onesie or y'all want me to do the bear? So y'all can tell me in the thing, because I'm gonna change the pictures to the little girl, the baby. So y'all tell me if y'all want me to do the bear or the, okay, here we go. Bear. Okay, all in one accord, bear. All right, so I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna close this one out. And I'm gonna close this one out so I don't have too much opening going on. Let's see. And Meg or Marte, if y'all could go ahead and get the names of everybody that is in the Zoom room. Because when I finish doing this, we'll go ahead and spin the wheel to see who's going to get these templates that I did tonight sent to you. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to open up a new artboard. And I'm going to click here on that same size artboard that I created before, which was a 6.75 by 9.25. Okay. And now I'm going to go over here to my template. When you open the template, most of them now, our newer templates, are formatted in the foreground, background, and the foreground and the background are in the art folder. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take this whole art, all of this over to our new template. And if you look down here at the dimensions for this particular one, this was a 13 by 19, because I don't know if you all remember, but you could also take the invitation stuff off and do it as a t-shirt. So this is a 13 by 19. Well, we're taking this to a 6.75 by 9.25 board, so we're gonna have to shrink it down quite a bit. Okay, but how we're gonna do this, I'm gonna right click on this whole group, this whole folder. If you open a template and your foreground, your background are not grouped into one art folder, all you have to do is close the foreground, close the background, select the like here, my foreground folder is open. I can close my foreground and background are closed now. Now I could select both of those and do Control G or Command G on a Mac, and it'll group my foreground and my background together. Okay, and then I can name it art. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking every element of my template together and I'm doing duplicate group. This menu is going to pop up, and instead of trying to drag it over to the new one, I'm just going to tell Photoshop that I want my art 213 that I just selected to be duplicated onto my untitled one, which is my new canvas, and I'm going to say okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here to Untitled 1, and as you can see, it has duplicated and it is very large, so you can only see a portion of it. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to back out, because when I do Control T, I want to be able to see my whole image selected. Okay, so I did Control minus to back out so I can see, and now I'm just going to go from here and I'm gonna go straight up, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it to where I'm like in line with this, and now I'm gonna drag this over and just make sure that my whole image is on my artboard. And now I'm gonna hit enter to lock that in. And it's gonna take a while because it's resizing and it's got to get all the stuff back in proportion, how we shrunk it down. Okay. And now I'm gonna do Control-0, and it's back into our into our artboard, and it's all resized and aspect ratios and everything updated. Okay, so now what I want to do is we want to have this in the bear shape that y'all chose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my background because I want to bring in my bear silhouette underneath all of my layers for my template. Okay, so I'm gonna say File, Place Embedded, and I'm gonna go select my little bear silhouette with the background removed. Okay, and y'all see, you can't see it because our art is on, but if I turn the art off, you can see our bear is there. Okay, and now I'm going to turn that back on. Okay, so we have our foreground and our background here. Now, normally we have this layer mask here because we're going to turn that into, if we were going to turn it into a 13x19 image to sublimate, okay? But we don't need this because we're not doing that. We're not using this layer mask. And we want to delete this layer mask. But we do want to have our background and our foreground in the shape of this silhouette. So what I have to do is hit Control and tap on, you see the little icon, my little hand changed to that hand with the little box. And now I'm going to click on my teddy bear. And you can see now the marching ants are all around my teddy bear. Okay, so those pixels are selected that have my teddy bear on it. And with that, what I want to do is now just want to hit a layer mask. And it created a layer mask there because I was on the background. If you're on the teddy bear here, I'm going to undo this because more than likely, you're going to be on this layer with the teddy bear or whatever image that you select. And when you hit that layer mask, it's going to put that layer mask on your teddy bear. Okay. Now you could just drag this to the background, but you also, because your foreground is separate, you need to Alt and select the layer mask and drag it to your foreground as well. That puts everything inside of the layer mask that you selected. And now you have all of your elements inside of the shape that you selected. And now you can go in and let's go to our photo. We have our photos group. Okay. And right here, it has this layer mask that's on here from the 13x19. We actually can delete that one. And we can actually just copy our bear there. Alt click and drag it to our photos. That's going to make sure whatever photos that we put in here are not going to be outside of our bear. Okay. So like here, I want to turn off our guy here for the graduation. And what I want to do is turn on my photo for the baby. Okay. And if the photo wasn't like filling all the way at the top, you could Control T it and make sure that, oops, I'm not on the right layer because that's not the same. I'm on the baby, and make sure that the baby is filling in that whole image or whatever image you put there at the top. And then what you're going to have to do is then you're going to be resizing all of this stuff so that it makes sense. Okay, so we have our announcing the graduation of, so we're going to our invitation text, and we have, let's see, I get right on there, on that text 1. Okay, so I want to move the text 1 up just a little bit. and change that to announcing the arrival of. So this is a announcement. And then we have our first name. We have our names right here. And I think we have a name 1 and name 2. So yeah, name 1 and name 2. So we can do a Control-T on those. And it's big because the reason you see that big box is because it has the colors, and the colors were the big box. So when you look inside the folder, it's resizing everything together. Okay. So I can resize that to a size that makes sense. And like I told y'all before, when you take a large image and shrink it down to fit in a smaller artboard, one of the things that may look different to you are the strokes. The strokes are going to actually look bigger because they were meant to be on a bigger surface area. So a lot of times I go in and I will change, I'll change the stroke on there, just so that it's like proportionate to the actual letter sizes. So this is the black one, that's the white one. And so I'll probably take this from like a 38 down to maybe, let's see, 20 looks too small. So let's do 28. And that looks better to me. And then once I decide that, I'm going to just do a right click, copy layer style, and I'm going to go to my name 2. And I'm going to go down here to name 2, and I'm going to just right click and do paste layer style, and it changes that one as well. Okay. And then the same thing, you're just going to go in and you want to, let's see, invitation text. We got what all is in our invitation text. Turn that off. Turn that on. Yeah. I want everything. Well, you know what? I'm going to just resize this. I'm going to go ahead and resize this like this. And then I'm going to make the announcing, because it's going to shrink down my announcing the arrival of. And I don't necessarily want that to be smaller. I just want this part down here to be smaller. So I'm going to resize that, place it back down here. And then I'm going to go to this text here, and I'm going to just move that back up and resize it to where it is a little bit bigger. Okay. And then the same thing with this bear. I can go down here to my bear silhouette. I can do a Control-T on it, and I actually want to make it a little bit smaller. Now, what is happening right now, what you're seeing is that because I waited until after I did this to resize my bear, my actual my layer masks are still the size of the original one. So what I have to do is go in here and now need to create a new layer mask because I resized the bear. And the reason I'm resizing the bear is so that I can put the outline on the bear. Because it's like if I put the strokes on the silhouette now, you won't be able to see it because it's gonna be part of it's gonna be cut off on the board. So I have to go back in here and do the Control click on my silhouette and then add me a layer mask. I want to delete this layer mask, and now I want to Alt copy to my background. And then I want to go up here and delete this one on the photos. And I want them all to be the same size. So I want to Alt on this layer mask, come all the way up to my photos folder, put it on my photos. And then I want to Alt and carry that up to, oh, you know what I gotta, oh, well, I'm gonna do foreground. I'm gonna put it right here. And then I'm gonna go all the way up since I already dragged it up there. I'm gonna delete this one. And then I'm gonna just move that. I'm not Alt, just move it to the foreground. Okay. And now I can go to my silhouette at the bottom and I can put a stroke on it. May want to select a color from my photo. You also don't have to do a color. You could do a gradient. You know, you can change the type to a gradient or a pattern. You know, it just up to you, whatever one you want to do, you can do. Gradient might be better for this type of image because it kind of gives you more control over, like up here, if I want to have the maybe the little light pink up here at the top. Let's see, light pink. And then down here have more of the slate color down there. And then if I want to move it, oops, that ain't what I meant to do. Put that slate back there. And then with the gradient, let's say okay. And I'm on that stroke. I can kind of move it down so that the pink is more at the top. And I don't know if y'all are aware that you can do that when you're on your layer style. You can select that stroke and you can move it up and down or left and right. So if you see, I'm moving it to where that pink is kind of around the top part. And I'm going to put it at the 15. And then I'm going to add that other stroke to have on the outside that white at 45. And then you'll be able to see that when I cut my background off here. And then that is how you take a template and bring it over, resize, and can make it into the shape of whatever you have selected that you want to make it into a shape. So I hope that, and I'm going to go ahead and file, save as. So y'all will have the, y'all will have the replay of this. I don't know if y'all want me to put these templates on the Academy for you all to be able to get the templates, or if you all just want to make them yourself. You know, we all about teaching y'all how to fish so y'all can do it yourself. So y'all let me know if y'all want the templates on the Academy. I'll actually put them in the Academy, but one lucky person will get all of these templates tonight. There we go to my desktop. And I'll put this as the template there. Shape. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. So Meg or Marte, whichever one of y'all has the wheel of names ready to go for tonight, if you all will share your screen and let's spin the wheel and see who's going to get these templates. We have all right, Samela. You won. she said, I won. I won. You won, girl. So I will be put your academy email in the chat, and I'm gonna just go ahead and upload these, and if y'all want them, y'all can get it. I think I'm gonna just probably make these $10, and y'all can get them if y'all want to, and then I'll add you to the folder, to the class. So I'll get these loaded up, and then we can add the video and everything in there too. So that is crafting for cash tonight for Friday, y'all. Don't forget that tomorrow on Saturday we have our newbie orientation. We also have the Shopify challenge coming up. We're doing a back to school theme for the Shopify challenge this time. That is starting on July 24th. So we have some different formatting and things that we're going to be doing this time around. We won't be having a design night. We kind of made the executive decision that we're not going to have the design night for everybody trying to do it, because we have a lot of people that sign up for the Shopify challenge that really don't know anything about Photoshop, and it kind of slows the momentum of actually getting the store up and running. So this time around, we won't be doing the design night, but we have some other things in store for you all during that challenge. So let's see what else. We have the Shopify challenge, and then of course just the regular everything for Craft to Quit, the Platinum program. If you all are watching on YouTube and you're wondering about if you've made any comments or anything, our live sessions are for our Platinum VIPs who are our Crafts to Quit program, and they are actually in the Zoom room with me. And so any questions that they have, we reserve the questions and things for our Crafts to Quit program. And Crafts to Quit is on Monday nights. Y'all have content creation with Ant. On Tuesdays, we got Money Talk with Walt. And then on Thursdays is Shopify audits or Q&A session. We're going to probably start alternating and kind of mixing that up on Thursday nights. And then Friday nights is the Crafting for Cash with yours truly. And I'm just, and Wednesday night, Wednesday night is the Platinum VIPs. And then but Wednesday night is for VIP and Platinum VIP, the Craft to Quit program. So it's both. That's why I just was naming the actual stuff that's just for Platinum VIPs. The Craft to Quit program is the Monday, Tuesday. You also, of course, get Wednesday night, but regular, like just the regular VIP program, they don't get Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday as well. So y'all get something every day, y'all, because that's why y'all the Platinum group. Okay. So thank y'all for showing up tonight. And if you all want to give some suggestions of things y'all want to see, I will be posting like a little mock-up of this stuff tonight. Well, I ain't gonna even say I might do it tonight. I'm gonna probably do it tomorrow. But if it's anything in particular that you all want to see, or anything you want us to show you how to do, anything that you're struggling with, maybe. I know we had some questions last night about the Automizer. So I haven't done any Automizer demos because we are making some changes to the Automizer. So I don't want anybody who's like kind of struggling with it for me to start doing the demos, and you learn this, and then we say, hey y'all, we're doing an update and here's the new. We wanted to make the Automizer run a little bit more efficiently and be able to run on, you know, everybody's computers, because some people who computers weren't handling it well, we wanted to tweak it so that it could work better. And so we've been doing that and doing some testing on that. So that's why I haven't really been doing any Automizer demos, but as soon as we get that update posted, I will start doing more with the Automizer and showing you all how to do stuff with the Automizer, and how to I plan on doing a session of showing y'all how to convert, you know, a template from the Smart template over to the Automizer. It is a lot. It's a lot involved in that, but I'm going to show y'all. So if you want to do it on your own, you can do it. So same thing with this, you know, y'all can, I've seen y'all's work, so I know y'all out here doing the thing. Okay. So all right, y'all, thank you for joining us tonight, and everybody enjoy your weekend, and we will see y'all next week.